We are live. Okay. Hello, guess who's back? Okay. I don't know if that's a new comment or what, but we shared the live. Okay, I just shared the live out, and hopefully people join. I have some topics today because last week I didn't have any topics. So we're just going to wait a little bit and let people get into the live and go from there. So I'll share it out. And hi, thanks for joining. Please like the live. I appreciate you for joining today. Today, we got a few things to talk about, and it's mainly about GLP-1. That is pretty much what my channel is centered around, is being on a GLP-1. So please share the live. Give me a couple minutes. I do want the audience to join. So please like and react to the live. So help your girl out. And while we're waiting, I got my computer right here too, but I'm going to show you guys where we are because I always like to look at how many subscribers we are on. And right now we at 617. So I'm happy. 617 subscribers. Mind you, I started in November of 2024. So I'm really, really getting close to monetization. And I'm gonna be honest, I do want to get monetized to be, I don't want to do this for free. I want, of course, to build an audience, but I do want to get into the monetization program or the YouTube, what is it called? YouTube partner program. Yeah. So I'm getting close. So I just need my watch time hours to go up. I'm halfway there, but if you guys watched my last video, I'm like, run it up for you, girl. Watch my videos. Even if you don't want to watch it, just cut it on for me. So, yeah. Somebody said, wow, I just found your page a month ago. I'm glad you found me. I hope you subscribe too. I really do. So, yeah, I'm pretty new to this YouTube thing and I'm trying to get out of my shell because I am shy. I'm a shy person. Once you get to know me, I'm not shy, but like when I'm just talking in front of an audience that I don't know or people that I don't know, I am kind of like guarded. So, and Shawnee TS, I'm going to subscribe to your channel too. So just give me a second. Are you a content creator or an aspiring content creator? If so, I'm going to subscribe to your channel as well. So hold on. Oh, you're not? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you subscribed to my channel. Okay. So let me go here real quick. Giving it, I use YouTube as a resource for now. Okay. Are you considering posting content for your own, of your own? I will always suggest people to do that. I follow this one content creator. I think his name is, what's his name? Lead Attorney. And I really like him. And one thing that he said, if you're like 35 and older, consider posting on YouTube because at that age, you really know a lot and you can kind of give back to the younger generation. So that kind of inspired me to get out of my shell a little bit. I'm like, well, I'm getting older. I'm like, I'll be 35 in I think 3 weeks. So I'm like, let me just put my little mark on the world and see if I can help other people. And my main thing is wigs and Zepbound, GLP-1, Ozempic, and all that stuff. So I have found a community of people that's on this medication, and a lot of people have helped me, and I've been told that I've helped a lot of people too. So Let's see, we're 5 minutes in. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Let me go ahead and not go here. Get out of the studio. I just want to make sure I can read the comments because sometimes they kind of just float through the screen and I can't see them. So I got my computer right here too. So YouTube, give me a second. And if you're just coming in, please like the live. It helps me out a ton. Let's see. I'm in HR and I really want to start some giving pointers on resume writing, interviewing. I think that's a good idea because I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people don't know how to interview. I'm one. I've never been a really good interviewer, and in a resume, people don't know how to write their own resume. So I think that would be a great idea. You'll be surprised how many people will follow you just based off of the stuff that you know. Let's see here. And I want to give you guys a little update. So I do have another channel. I will start posting on my other channel. I got to get the content recorded. Somebody said I break my head a lot. Uh-oh. But back to what I was saying. I got another channel. It's based around my profession because I am an insurance broker. And I just like to talk about insurance. I'm like an insurance nerd. So I'm going to still post on this channel. This is kind of like my hobbies, the things that I'm going through, my life. But the other channel was going to be about insurance. So I will be posting more content on that channel. And I hope you guys will follow it. I will give you guys the channel name when I post some content on there. So give me a chance. Somebody said, doesn't that sound like a job? I don't know what you're saying. Are you talking about me? I hope not. Let's see here. Like a shy. Let me go to my live real quick. Let's go here. All right. Okay. So now I can see your comments. I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna go back and forth. But let's go to the topic because we're like 8 minutes in, and I was told that once you get to about 10 minutes, then you know, then you can start your topic. So just give me a second. Okay. Let's bounce over here. Okay. So I said I feel like my first month on 2.5, I didn't see much weight loss. I didn't either. I'm gonna be honest. I had more symptoms on the 2.5 and I didn't even record. It's so funny. I didn't record any updates when I started Zepbound. And it says next week I will move on to 5. So how long have you been on the 5 milligrams? I'm sorry, 2.5. 2.5. Let me know, how long have you been on the 2.5? Okay. And I'm just going to dive right into today's topic. So, it's about GLP-1s and how they work. What's the side effects? Are there any long-term results? And it says, I lost 15 pounds and I did not see a difference. Okay, this week was my 4th shot. So you were only on the 2.5 for a month? Let me know. Okay. So I'm just gonna bounce right over here. So I started I think November 15th, 2024. And it actually took me some time to get on the Zepbound. It took me about a month. I got approved in October. It took me a month to get it because they were out of stock at that time. So I finally got it November 15th, 2024. And then I was on it. And then I jumped up to the 5 milligrams after I think a month because I really didn't see any weight loss or anything like that. I did see a lot of side effects. So, yeah, 1 second, guys. Okay. So, I had a bunch of side effects. I had nausea. I had what else? I had headaches. My mouth was dry, and I had sulfur burps. So if you guys don't know what sulfur burps are, it's like think of sulfur and you're just burping. It tastes like sulfur. So that's what I had, and then I jumped up to the 5 milligrams after a month. So I'm similar to Sean on here. I started at 2.5 and then I jumped up to the 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams, I think I lost a few pounds on the 5 milligrams. I still had the symptoms and I got a side infection. So I'm going to come back to the comments. I want to pin that comment because I want to ask you what infections did you get. So the 5 milligrams, that's when I start documenting my journey. So I start talking about it. I started posting on my YouTube channel about, all the things that I were going through. And that was like headaches. I actually showed you guys, me taking a shot in my arm. I had my husband helping me sometimes. And, I was just thugging it out from there. And after, I think I was on the 5 milligrams for about 2 months. I think I was. I'm not sure. I might have to go back. Oh, and Shawnee. Okay. That's the same exact thing that I was doing too. When I first started, I was taking digestive enzymes. I was also taking, what else was I taking? I was taking probiotics. I think my digestive enzymes had probiotics and prebiotics inside of them. And then I was taking like multivitamin gummies, and I was taking like fiber gummies too. Uh, like when I was first starting, I just really didn't know what to expect. I knew I was constipated. I was drinking prune juice. I'm telling y'all, prune juice was really aggressive for me. When I was taking that, it would make my stomach cramp, and I had to get to a bathroom really, really fast. So I stopped taking the prune juice because it was just too aggressive. I didn't want to be out and about and have to rush to the bathroom. I didn't like that feeling. So that's when I just started to take the digestive enzymes. It worked really well. It helped with my bloating because I would bloat a lot. My stomach was like, I looked like I was like 5 months pregnant. I'm not even lying. I'm not. So it was helping with my bloating, and I was still like slimming in. Like I was coming in like this. Um, and I'll be honest, when I first started the Zepbound, I was not consistent with working out. I would go a couple days out the week and then stop. And then I would work out at home. I have a mini stepper at home, and like I would do that for about 10, 20 minutes, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. My doctor, I think he called me out. I think he caught me lying one time. I'm not even gonna lie. So one time he was like, "Are you working out? Are you, hitting the gym at least 3 times a week?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm." I wasn't. I would go like one time and then I'll fall off. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. Hold on, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. When I get to talking, my nose tends to run, so I had to have my daughter bring me a napkin in. So forgive me for that. But back to what I was saying. I think my doctor was like kind of peeping that I wasn't all the way truthful about the working outside because he was like, "Okay, you working out 3 to 4 times a week?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do like three maybe." And he was like, "Well, make it 4 to 5." And I'm like, "Oh, he know I'm not being completely transparent." So um, these last few months, I'll say end of March, well, beginning of March all the way to now, that's when I really start locking in working out. Now, I definitely see a difference in my overall build. I don't I can't say it's been a lot of weight that was lost with me being on Zepbound. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't lose like 15, 16 pounds a month. I didn't. I'm a slow loser. Like I lose like the most I think I lost was like maybe 10 pounds in a month. And I was really, really kind of like going back on dosages. I was like on 5, and then I'll jump up to the 7.5. And I didn't like the 7.5, but I did see like some weight loss there. But when I got to the 10 milligrams, I really seen weight loss. And that's when people started to notice my weight loss as well. So that was around the time when people was like, don't lose no more weight. You're getting too skinny. How much weight you trying to lose? Where you trying to be at? I know it's funny, but it may be funny, and I'm being funny, but I'm telling you guys, like, when you are on your weight loss journey, you're gonna hear that a lot. How much weight you gonna lose? Don't get too skinny. And I did a video on that, like the downside or the dark side of weight loss. And you know, some people I feel like don't understand the journey of getting healthier or getting slim, but a lot I don't really hear it as much anymore because people understand how locked in I am. I'm really locked in, y'all. I'm telling you. Let me go ahead and look at some of these comments because I get the yapping and I want to make sure I can see everything y'all saying. So hold on. I got my computer over here. And if y'all got questions, let me know. Okay. So the challenge game. He says I got a lung infection because I got a piece of pole in it and a side infection kicked in and almost died. I got new medicine. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds crazy. Are you telling the truth? This sounds kind of crazy. Okay. Let me wipe my mouth. Sorry guys. I got the boosie mouth. Sorry. Um, but yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, I am. Did you experience skin sagging? Okay. I got slight skin sagging, but not in my arms though. Y'all see this? I got a little bit, but it's not sagging. I got little guns here, they're not as defined as I like, but I don't really have that much skin sagging. And I think it's because I lift weights. That's and I've been told that the more that you lift, that muscle fills that up. And I've seen people that lift that's on the GLP-1, they don't really have that much skin sagging. So for me, I guess it can be dependent on how much weight you actually lose. Because if you're on the heavier side and you're losing weight rapidly, you'll see some skin sagging. I mean, that's kind of like a given. But I think the only skin sagging that I got is like in my stomach area. But look, I popped out 2 kids, so it it's probably from that. So yeah. Aside from that, I can say that the medication, it really didn't do anything damaging to me. I've seen people say that they lost bone density and all that other stuff. I didn't have that happen to me. And the other thing people say, and I'll pull it up, they get worried about the Ozempic face, like when your face is like super sunken in and stuff like that. I mean, I don't have this Ozempic face. My face is actually like, you know, I still have like collagen in my face. Like my skin isn't sagging here. I don't have like the saggy neck or anything like that. So it's actually been pretty cool for me. I actually look the same how I looked before I gained a lot of weight. So yeah. But the other thing people say, like, you don't want to get too skinny, or uh you'll lose collagen in your face. What you can do is take collagen peptides. I mean, that's one thing that I was taking. I was taking collagen peptides, like the gummy form, but I wasn't consistent with it. I'm gonna be honest. So, um, that is one thing that people worry about. And there is a lot of naysayers when it comes to the Ozempic or Zepbound and all that other stuff. And in my opinion, I think that they're naysayers because they don't understand it and they probably can't get it. I'm just playing. I think that, you know, a lot of people become skeptical of stuff that they don't know about. So you always hear the news talk about the negative side of it, but I've just been seeing so many positives with people's life changing, people getting their health back, getting their youth back. So I was on the naysayer side at one point. And then I just started to become a little bit more open to it. I started to watch other people's content. And one content creator that kind of opened me up to it, I think her name is Alonda. No, her name is Alonda. If you guys, uh, if you guys want to follow her, she's great. I mean, I love her. And she was one of the content creators that stood out to the most to me. And I just watched her journey. I actually watched her for a year, and I kind of like was in the bushes and everything like that. And one day she just popped up on my channel. I'm like, "Hey girl, I've been a subscriber for a long time, but if you are on the fence of Ozempic or Zepbound or any other semaglutide, just start watching other content creators talk about their journey. All of us, we are different. We do have, different side effects. It affects other people differently. I do see people drop weight fast. For me, it just wasn't like that. But um, just ask, ask people, we'll tell you. I know I've been telling people everything that I've been going through. And one thing that I did not point out, and I probably should have talked about it a little bit more, is one negative. The only negative that I would say with being on Zepbound that I found is that I had excessive hair shedding. So my hair, like, it's starting to come back now. I didn't have any bald spots or anything like that, but I did notice that my hair did shed a lot, and it was much thinner. The density of my hair did change with being on Zepbound, but I didn't care. Honestly, I did not care. I'm like, I wear wigs anywhere. I did not care. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this weight and I'll slap on a wig if I have to. So let me go ahead and look at the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Let me see. Do I got any new subscribers? Not yet, but it's okay. Let me see here. If you guys got questions in the chat, please drop them. Let me see here. I think the game change is trolling. It says moisturize your hair with massage oil in your scalp. And that's something that I did have to do. I found this oil. I was using wild growth oil, and I was also using Design Essentials, and I had to change my shampoo. I was using the wrong shampoo. Okay, this is what my nurse suggested. Did she suggest any brand names? Let me know, Sean T. And I'm going to your channel. I'm going to encourage you to start your channel. I'm going to be your first subscriber. Okay? Shawnee TS. I'm your first subscriber. So I'm going to encourage you to start your channel. Okay? All right? I hope that helped. Said no. She said just use castor oil. Okay. Now, all right, Shawnee. I want to see some content, okay? I want to see you talk about some HR stuff. All right? People want to hear what you have to say. And I was like that too. Like, nobody want to listen to me. Nobody want to hear what I got to say. And then one day I just start posting stuff, okay? So, everybody that's in the chat, could you please go and follow Shawnee TS, okay? We're going to encourage her to start her channel, okay? All right? Can y'all do that for me? Little old me? Follow her. Subscribe to her channel. And Shawnee, I want to see some content. All right, honey? But okay, let me go back to my topic because I get to talking and I get distracted. I have ADHD. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay, we did talk about some probiotics and prebiotics. I did tell you guys that I was taking the digestive enzymes by Physician Choice, and it was pretty good. I liked it. I should have stayed consistent with it, but I think I'm going to get back on it. I also was taking hair, skin, and nail. I was taking hair, skin, and nail gummies. I got to get back on that because I fell off the wagon. The other thing that I'm taking currently, I take pre-workout when I go to the gym, but you got to be careful with that pre-workout. I did a video on that, how I took too much initially and I had so much energy. I felt like I was on drugs. I felt like I could run through a brick wall. It was so much energy. So if you guys take pre-workout, be careful on that. Only start off with a little bit, especially if you're not a coffee drinker or a caffeine drinker. Be careful on that. So let me see here. My other topic. Let me see here. Before I got on the Zepbound, I was insulin. Oh, so what's pre-workout? So pre-workout is kind of like it's like a powder form. It's like caffeine. It helps you with your energy before you go out and work out. So they call it pre-workout. And I forgot the brand name that I have. It's really tasty. It tastes like Kool-Aid. So that's why I kind of went overboard because, I put 2 scoops in my canister. I'm like, oh, this tastes like Kool-Aid. I just got to drink it. And I just had a crazy reaction. It was too much energy for me. But I teetered it down. I only take 1 cap per 16 ounces of water like this. So if I got some water like this, I got a big canister, and then I just put 1 scoop into my canister, shake it up. I drink it before my workout, and it helps because sometimes I do not feel like working out. I'm tired, I'm fatigued, you know, I just don't feel like it. So it helps me with my energy and helps me through my workout. So that's some of the things that I take. And then let's see here. We talked about the Ozempic face. As you can see, ain't no Ozempic face here. Okay. Now, and we also talked about the weight loss supplements and probiotics. So yeah. Uh, One thing I do want to point out, one the thing that helped me the most with, well, how can I say this? I used to have really bad brain fog, and I used to just couldn't focus. I feel like the Zepbound helped me with my brain fog. I was able to focus. I was able to, get my tasks done, and you know, hold on. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was able to get the things that I had on my list done. I was checking them off one by one. So Zepbound helps with brain fog. Zepbound helps with insulin resistance. Now, I used to have like this really dark neck, like darker than what it was now. I used to have this ring. It was so dark. It's gotten lighter, so it's helped me with my insulin resistant. It helps balance your hormones too. So yeah. So the other thing that is important when you are on Zepbound is making sure that you have your protein. So a lot of people have that Ozempic face because they're not putting enough protein in their diet. So I've been told that based off of what weight you want to be, that's how many grams of protein that you need to take daily. So for me, I want to be 130 pounds. So I need to take 130 grams of protein per day. It is extremely hard for me to get that much protein in. So I try my best. So I have Dannon yogurt, and that's 14. I think that's about 14 grams of yogurt. I mean of protein, and then I just use like some granola. I just spread it on the top. I wish I had my tablet so I can show you some of the stuff that I do um, use for protein. I also have Premier protein shakes. Those are really good, but they hurt my stomach really bad. So um, I try I try to take at least two of those per day, and those are 30 grams of protein, 30 or 35 grams of protein. So you can have yogurt in the morning, which is 14 grams, and then you can have a protein shake in the morning, which is about 30 to 35 grams of protein. And then for lunch, you can kind of make your lunch. I did try protein bars. And if you guys are looking to get like Kind bars, if you guys ever heard of Kind bars, don't get those because they're only like 2 grams of protein. That's just like a waste of calories. So I wouldn't get those. But if you can find some good protein bars, let me know um, what's the brand because I'm looking for some good protein bars. And then I think you can take like a scoop of peanut butter. That's protein as well. So yeah, it said, do you use my Fitness Pal app? No, I don't use that, but I do use the Pep app, and that's for people like that's on a GLP-1. I do have an affiliate link too, so if you want to get that, I think it's like $10 off. So how I keep up with my protein is with the Pep app. The Pep app is kind of similar, but it's kind of geared towards people that's on a GLP-1. So you can track your shot. Um, you can track your. I wish I can show you guys how it works, but I'm on my phone right now. You can track your weight, your goal weight, your protein, your meals, all of that stuff. So Pep app, that's what I use, and it's pretty good. So at the end of the video, I'll upload it and I'll also put my affiliate. If you guys want to try it, you can get like a free trial on that. So yeah, it's pretty good. So some of the things that I also do to make sure that I'm on track, I use my Apple Watch. So, you want to track your steps, you want to track your exercising. Let me see if I can do it really quick. Let's see here. Am I doing it right? Let's see here. So, if you guys have a Fitbit or let's see, Apple Watch, you can do that using this if it will work. see here. So this is basically what you can do to track your workouts. So right here, I did the stair stepper today, y'all. So you can do that. You can do the treadmill, strength training. You can also do like indoor cycling, all that. It tracks it. So that's pretty cool. And let me see here. Let's go to the next topic. So, why is it important to track your steps and your food and everything like that? You don't want to overeat. So, with me using my Pep app, I can basically stay in my calorie range. My calorie range is about 1,600 calories a day. And that's pretty good for me. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to underdo it. But around that 1,600 calories, like that's pretty good for me. Now, let's see here. I'm just making sure I hit all of my topics, y'all. And if you haven't liked the video, please do so. Let me take some water because I am chit chatting enough and my throat gets dry. Okay. Now, for me, as a person that's been on Zepbound for about 9 months, anybody that is on the fence about getting Zepbound, I would just say try it out. Try it out for a couple months. If it doesn't work for you, at least you tried. But for me, I went in with a positive mindset. I knew I wanted to lose the weight. I knew I had to be consistent. I knew I had to be all in. And I always use this analogy. You got to put all of your tools in the toolbox. Your medication, which is the Zepbound, Ozempic, Wegovy. You got to make sure that you stay up on your fitness. And you also have to stay up on your nutrition. That's important. Put all of these tools in your toolbox to fix yourself. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to be okay. Now, why I say this is important is because if you get off of the Ozempic or the Zepbound or anything like that, you already have a routine. You already got your fitness in order and you already got your nutrition in order. That's it. So you got to definitely change your mindset when it comes to it. The Zepbound and the Wegovy is not the only thing that's going to help you lose weight. You got to actually put the work in. You got to do it or it's not going to work. That's why I see a lot of people say, oh, it didn't work for me, or I got off of it and I gained all my weight back plus more. You wasn't doing it right. You got to make sure you stay up on your fitness. You got to make sure that you stay up on your nutrition. And nutrition is really important. So, yeah. So, the other thing is, I just want to talk about this. I'm not here to offend anybody or anything like this, but I was overweight. Okay. I was about 200 pounds. Hi, Alonda. I was just talking about you in the live too. So if you watch the replay, I gave you a shout out. Okay. Hey, girl. That's my girl right there. But okay. I'm not here. Going back to my what I was about to say. I'm not here to offend anybody. Okay. I was overweight. I was unhappy. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. And I was putting everybody first. You gotta just put some time to the side. I'm talking to the women. Put some time to the side for yourself. Take care of yourself and get your butt in that gym. Get out the house. Get some vitamin D. Like, please, I'm begging you. We suffer so much in silence. We suffer from depression. We suffer from just like not being heard. It's so important that you just give yourself an hour to an hour and a half, 5 to 6 days a week, and get in that gym. Like, I'm telling you, your life would change, your mindset would change, you'll be happier with yourself, you'll feel a lot more confident in yourself. And I'm just saying, for me, that's what happened with me. My mindset started to change. I just really started working on myself, and my children were seeing like that I was just happier. And now they say, "Oh, mom, are you going to the gym today?" Yep, I'm going to the gym today. And that just became my safe space. It became a place where I can just decompress. All of my stressors are left here, and I can go home and I could just tend to my family after that. So that's just what I do. Um, let me see. Hold on, let me see. All right. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I've been talking for 40 minutes, y'all. And I want some new subscribers, okay? Okay, so let me see if we got some comments. I'm gonna pop in the comments because I be trying to stay focused, y'all. Okay, so let's see here. All right, okay, I'm caught up on the comments. So, yeah, ladies, I'm telling you, and most of us, all of us, we are really attractive, but we just got to just put in some extra work for ourselves. That's it. That is really it. And you will see like things just start to change. Opportunities will start to be at your at your doorstep. And I think that those opportunities that start to be at your doorstep is because you're more confident and you're willing to accept it. That's just what I think. I mean, I could be wrong. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. But let me stay on topic. I just want to make sure I hit all of my topics here, and I'll let y'all go because talking for an hour straight, man. Whew. Okay. Okay. So the next topic, nutrition. Okay. What is a good thing? Some of the good things that you can't eat while on the Zepbound or trizepatide or semaglutide. I'll just say that. Um, Eat clean. Do not eat like you ate before. Do not eat fried foods like that. I mean, not saying you can completely cut it off, but try not to eat it as much because when you are on the Zepbound or Ozempic or whatever, if you overeat or if you eat greasy foods, you're going to get sick. So you don't want to do that to yourself. So try to eat clean, try to eat, leafy greens, lean meats, and try to stay away from the starches. Just try not. If you're anything like me, I bloat under if I eat a lot of starches and stuff like that. So try to kind of like downsize the starches. But definitely stay up on the vegetables and your fruits, and you'll be good. You won't see as many symptoms when you are eating properly. So I hope that helped. So stay away from fast foods. Try to if you can. If you have to eat fast foods, girl, get a salad, or sir, get a salad, or get some grilled chicken or something like that. Do that because you do not want to get sick. I'll tell you guys a quick story of what happened to me. A few months ago, I think this was around Christmas time. I know it was like the holidays. We had ordered pizza from this place called Jets in my area. We had pizza, we had wings. I was just like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's celebrate. It's the holidays. And I had pizza and chicken wings, hot wings. When I tell you, I was like vomiting and I had diarrhea. It was coming from both areas. I was messed up. So don't do that. Like, I don't know what it was, but I was so sick. And I think I lost at least 2 pounds that night just from vomiting and having diarrhea. So you don't want to do that. So I think I went through all of my topics. Let me see here. I might have skipped one. Let's see. Bam. I talked about like strength training. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't talk about lifting weights. Oh, I did talk about that. I did. Look at me, forgetting already. Let's see here. We went over the protein, we went over that. If you guys got any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm not going to be here too much longer, probably another 15 minutes. And yeah. Oh, back to the nutrition. Okay, you don't want to undereat too, because that can harm you and that can cause weight stalls too. So while you're on your Zepbound or whatever journey or Ozempic journey, you don't want to undereat. So you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein, enough fruits and vegetables, the things that you need. So you don't want to overeat, don't want to undereat, because you will see that, your body will be in a starvation mode, and usually you don't lose weight that way. So you got to eat, especially if you are working out. I was invited to do Pilates, so I think I'm going to try it. I think you should try it. Me and my good friend said we were going to do hot Pilates, and I'm a little nervous because them women, they be like cut up. Like, they would really be cut up. So let me know how it goes, and I'm excited for you. Try it out. I heard it's fun. I heard that it is challenging. I heard that. But I heard that you also get a lot of benefits with doing Pilates as well. So, yeah. Oh, one topic. Okay. That I did miss right here. Okay. GLP-1 and body dysmorphia. Now, I kind of suffer from body dysmorphia slightly. I feel like I'm still on the bigger side. I feel like, honestly, in my eyes, I feel like I need to lose more, because there's areas in my body that I want to be like, but I also have to understand that my body is not going to be the same like pre children. So I know that I'm never going to have that same shape and same body as I did before I started having kids. And I feel like I'm okay with that, you know? I just don't want to be overweight anymore. And that's the main thing. So just dealing with the body dysmorphia, really asking myself, when will it be enough? Or when will I stop? Like, when will I feel like, okay, all right, this is a good weight, or this is a good, stopping point for you. Hold on. And that's one thing that I do have to, put more thoughts into that, because like I said before, I still feel like I look like how I looked slightly. Let me say this. I don't look all the way the same as I did in 2024, but I kind of feel like there's certain areas of my body that looks the same, if that makes sense. So let's see here. What exactly does wood therapy do? I did wood therapy. So that helps with your lymphatic drainage. And I had some wood therapy tools. I talked about that at the beginning of my journey. And I kind of like fell off with doing it. I kind of wish that I stayed consistent with it. But um there's certain areas of your body that you can kind of move, like this area right here. I mean, that's where your lymph nodes is, and then like your stomach area kind of gets that stuff moving, and it helps with digestion too. So if you oh, it says I saw that video. Oh, you seen it? Oh, okay. Maybe I need to pull my tools out. I don't know what I did with my tools. Okay. I'll make sure that I pull my tools out. I haven't been using it lately, but I do need to start back using my wood therapy tools. And I did see that, it helped with like drainage here. My face like wasn't as puffy. I also use it for my belly area. It helped with getting that poop out of your belly. But you do have to use like some type of like oil. So you can use like castor oil, and I was putting castor oil in my belly button, and I seen a difference from there. I actually seen Tracy Ellis Ross do it, and it helps with cellulite, I believe. So, yeah. So I was doing that. Yep, I was doing that. So let me pop over here. Let's see here. Okay, I got a question that I put in place. So y'all let me know. So if you're not on the Zepbound, if you were offered, excuse me, if you were offered the injection for free, would you take it? That's my question that I posed over here. Would you try a weight loss injection if it was free? Let me know. And I'm not trying to convince anybody to, try it, but that was just one of the questions that I wanted to, ask you guys. So if you have the opportunity to get the weight loss injection for free, would you try it? I'll let y'all ponder over that. Okay, yes. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So, yeah, let's see here. And the next question that I have here, I did 3 questions. Cardio or weights? What is your go-to? So, do you like cardio or do you like lifting weights? Let me know in the chat. I'll give y'all some time. Cardio. Okay, cardio. And you know what? Mine is lifting weights, but now my doctor told me, like, okay, you got to slow down on this lifting. You got to do more cardio than lifting. And I would do more lifting than cardio because I was like, man, I need to get stronger. I want to be cut up. I want my arms to look like Tina Turner. I want my arms to look like Angela Bassett. I want that look. But he's like, if you want to drop these last few pounds, you got to just up your cardio. So I'm just going to listen to him. I'm not going to stop lifting weights, but I'm definitely going to just slow down on the weights and do more cardio. So I got one more question for you guys, and I'm going to head out of here. Not unless y'all want to chat. Okay. Do you think your gut health really matters for fat loss? Let me know. And I'll say it again. The question is, do you think gut health really matters for fat loss? Yes, okay, yeah. I agree. I definitely believe that. Speaking of gut health, this is what I used to do. I used to get colonics. Have you guys ever got a colonic before? If so, let me know. And if you don't know what a colonic is, it's like they put this little thing up your rear end and they use warm water and coffee and they put it up your colon and they put it up and it drains, put it up, it drains, and it gets all of that gook out of your stomach. And the first time I got a colonic, I'm telling you, I felt like I was on a natural high. Um, it feels like all of these impurities was out of my body. I think the first time I got one was like 2012. So 2012, 2013, it was a very long time ago. And I went home, I laid out on my couch, and I had the best sleep ever. Whew, man, that was a time. But if you guys are interested, I would say check it out. I had a good experience with getting a colonic. He said, did your stomach go down? Yes, it did. It did. I had a lot of like bloating go down. I came in like right here, and it was like a visible difference. I think I lost probably about like 2 to 3 pounds after. And what they do, how they do it, when you first go in, they give you mineral water and they also get you on a vibration plate. So I was on a vibration plate for like 10, 15 minutes. It was getting everything, shaken up. And then I had the mineral water and I waited a little bit. And then they just put this little tube up there and it's just like warm water that goes up and then they clamp it. So they get it all the way up in your intestines and they clamp the tube and you better not push because it's going to be more than that tube that's going to come out. So only thing that I had to do was just let her know, like, please release it. And once she released it, all of that gook started to come out of my, area. And I just did that whole process for an hour and I slept so good. I slept really good. But if you're constipated, you might want to take some type of like stool softener like a day or two before, and you'll have a good experience. But if you got a bunch of like bile that's locked up in there, you might not have a good experience with doing a colonic. But for me, it worked out really well. So I did that 2 times in my life. So 2010, no, not 2010, 2012, 13, and I also did it in 2014. And I had a good experience, really good experience. So if you guys ever want to try out a colonic, it's a painful. The only painful part is when they clamp that tube because it feels like you got to push, like you got to go to the bathroom, and then they'll just release it. And then it feels like, you get instant relief from there. So it's not painful. And it's not painful when they put that in your rectum area. It's like, it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful. And it's not really big. It's probably about this big, maybe right here. And I'll say about this big and about this thick. And they put some type of like lubricant in there. And I mean, it was fine from there. So I didn't have any issues or anything like that. So I liked it. Um, Let me see. Do I have anything else? I wanted to stay on track, but I think I went through all of the things. Let me see here. Nope, I went through that. Yeah, I went through all of that. Yep. So next week I am gonna come back. I usually come back 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I want to be consistent. I am trying to work out StreamYard. I do not understand it, y'all. I tried it last week. It just didn't work out for me. But I'm going to see if it works out so that you guys can come up and we can just chit chat, have girl talk or guy talk, whatever. And, we can get to know each other. So I'm definitely going to try that out. And I'll be a lot more, smoother when it comes to the show. I am getting better. I'm proud of myself for just putting myself out there. And it says, bring the wood tools next week. Okay, I'll definitely bring the wood tools. And I probably would have a different set area. I have a vibration plate, and I haven't been on it in a while. I was doing it like after I get it, like from the gym and stuff like that. And I'll just, get on my vibration plate. But I'll show you guys my wood tools and uh, I'll try to show you guys my vibration plate. It's actually pretty cool. So, yeah. Other than that, I will be back next week at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I'm so close, y'all. I am so close to monetization. I don't know if I can say this, but I mean, it's the truth. I mean, I'm really close. So if you haven't watched my videos, please do so. And like the video, share the video. And I hear my kids fighting in the background. So I do apologize. They should be asleep. Thank you. This was helpful. I'm so glad that this is helpful. And if you got questions, please reach out to me. I'm going to put my Instagram um on here. I just got to link it. That way you guys can DM me if you got questions or anything like that, and I'll be able to respond because sometimes I'm not able to see the comments on my videos. So like I've came across some videos where people commented on it. I didn't even see it. It was like 3 weeks. So I apologize. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm not doing that at all. But I'll put my Instagram on there so you guys can reach out to me if you got questions or anything like that. So that's all I got. I've been on here for an hour talking. My jaws hurt. Oh, Lord. So I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye bye.